I've seen a lot of pace. He definitely runs a harder practice and a fast-paced practice, and I think that's excellent, especially for this level. I think a lot of times what separates a lot of players from being in the American League to the NHL is their pace of play. So if you can continuously work on it day after day, it's something that's bound to improve, and that will really separate us, hopefully, from other teams.
What do you hope to bring as a veteran presence to this team this year?
I think on ice, just a bit of a cool demeanor. I'm a very competitive guy, but hopefully I can kind of keep my head for most of the time and be a bit of a common presence. And then off the ice, just kind of responsibility. With a lot of young guys, a lot of times they might overlook a few things or not understand a few things, so hopefully I can just help in any way I can.
What do you hope to bring just on the ice in terms of your style of play as a defenseman with this team?
I think just an all-around type game. I think I'm the defense-first kind of guy. I work from my zone out. I think I make a good first pass. I play a smart game and I compete hard. I think what I'm going to bring just night in, night out is just going to be my compete level and my passion for the game.
Who were some of the guys who you are familiar with or who had stood out to you in terms of the first couple of days of practice here?
I'm a bit familiar with Andriov. We know each other a bit from being from around the same hometown. We have a lot of mutual friends. And guys who have stood out, I wouldn't say any one guy in particular, because if I say one guy, then there could be 20 other guys who are a bit remiss. But I think a lot of the guys are doing a very good job. I think a lot of the younger guys now come in a lot more prepared than they were before in terms of on-ice, accountability, little details. I think what impressed me the most is just so far the organization, how it's been run, how things work day in, day out. I think it's been very smooth, and I think that's been the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, it's your first year here, and you've been with some other organizations over the years.
Yeah.
How is this compared to some of the other places you've been?
I think each place has held certain things that they do better than others. I think right now in Syracuse and with Tampa Bay, it's definitely up there for one of the best, if not the best, in terms of communication, in terms of the logistics, because I think that's one thing that might be overlooked. For players, you got to think we're all moving into a new city. We're all coming into, a lot of us, into a new organization, and the logistic aspect of it, sometimes it bogs guys down a bit, and they don't end up playing the way they're supposed to because they can't get their minds off of what's supposed to be going on off the ice. But I think here they do a good job of eliminating all excuses for you.
What are you most looking forward to as you play here in Syracuse? I mean, what have you heard about this city and playing in this building?
I'm just looking forward to the crowd. Every time I play here, it's always been a good crowd. They're loud. The rink bodes well for that, for crowd atmosphere, for volume, and that's something I look forward to. They're always passionate, so hopefully we can get them on our side early.
You won a Calder Cup championship with Texas a few years ago. How do you bring that winning attitude and bring that into the locker room here, where obviously this team's had success over the last couple of years, but how do you bring that here?
I think right now, start of the season and until probably around Christmas, it's just a day-to-day mentality. Sometimes when you're in this part of the season, you look ahead, you start thinking weeks, months, if not a whole season in advance. Young guys are already thinking about, well, if I'm not on Tampa Bay this year, maybe next year. So I think what my biggest thing at the start of the season at least will be making sure you take each day for what it is and just that day. And later in the season, I think other things might come up regarding travel, regarding back-to-back games, schedule. That might be something I talk about later, but right now it's just a day-to-day mentality.